Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also check out my other videos. I don't know, this feels very strange. I haven't filmed in this podcast style way in a while. And considering my name of this channel, it doesn't really make sense that I do or don't use my microphone that often, but I brought it back for this video because I thought it would be extremely suitable for what I'm going to be filming today, and that is a song recommendation video. Now, I actually took in your responses. This was a while back. It was a very heavily concentrated kind of content that I now just got to. Like, trying to prepare for this video was a nightmare. But anyway, we're in it now. It's heavily inspired by Shinwon's podcast, Pentagon's Night Radio, where essentially you submit your worries and you can kind of like recommend a song. But I don't know, I just wanted to recommend a song for you for the worries you had specifically, or if you were looking for a specific song, I found that for you as well. And I wrote the script such a long time ago, or like the general bullet points such a long time ago, so I don't know if I'll get to fully express my thoughts. However, I've got quite a few of them. This might even be split into two parts since I've got so many, but let's just begin. So let's just read the similar submissions first, because some of them are combined into one as they had similar issues or similar things that they were looking for in the song. So the very first submission, I guess you could say, is DP. So DP said, songs that you can sing in a karaoke for guys and girls respectively. And Alexa said, my birthday is coming up in February and I need ideas for songs to sing at karaoke. So karaoke type songs, and I essentially just chose one from male artist and one from a female artist due to DP's suggestion there. And I honestly didn't know if I should choose Korean songs, because most likely you're not going to be able to speak Korean, so I took that all into consideration. However, the songs I listen to are mainly Korean, Korean pop songs. So the female song I provided you with, Pushing 20 by Sabrina Carpenter. It's just like a very fun pop song that's really fun to sing along. It's extremely catchy, and I honestly am curious as to why the song didn't blow up. I think if it came out now or at a good timing, it would have definitely been big, is what I'm telling you. Anyway, even if it's not a karaoke style song that you prefer, I think it's just a general song that's really fun and like a really pop heavy song. And then you guys are gonna actually hate me for this. I don't even know why I wrote it, but the very first song that just came in mind was Sorry Sorry by Super Junior. I know a lot of you guys don't like Super Junior, but we're just going with it because it is an iconic song and you can't, disprove that though. And I don't care if you dislike the group, but it's just like karaoke that's really, really just fun to sing along to, and who doesn't know the chorus, right? And although it's got some Korean lyrics in there, mainly it's English, so I decided to go with that. The lyrics are super easy and very karaoke-like. I feel like most people think of it as a dance song, but me, I think of it more as a sing-along type of song. Okay, so moving on to the next submission. So this was from Via. So Via said, I need songs to dance to when I'm alone in my house. So the song that I thought would be very suitable for this submission is Alive by Lightsome. I often listen to this when it's just when I need a fun song to listen to. I feel like you guys already know this about me, but I personally prefer really fun pop-like songs over sad, ballad type of songs. And I personally listen to music to get me energized, so for that purpose, this was perfect. And I'm also surprised that this song did not blow up, but that's not really this video. It's not like a critical video of why did this video not get the popularity that it needed. Anyway, the original choreography, I honestly don't think does justice to the song. So if you can make a better one, freestyle to it, dance to it in your house, I think that would be extremely better than the one that they were given with. The song itself is really good. However, the choreography is somewhat lacking and doesn't match up to the excitement of the song itself. So hopefully you create a better choreo than that. Okay, the next person was Ayo. Not entirely sure, but said, I really want a song that's good for blasting, but It's sad. IDK is what IO said. So I chose Daisy by Pentagon. Now, this song actually trended in Korea, I think 2 days ago because some 17 members, I think it was no. It was 17 Seungkwan and, if I'm not mistaken, TXT's Subin. I think it was those two. They were playing their song suggestions, and one of this was Daisy. So it was popular for a while, I guess. But I just thought of this response, or I just saw it, and I was like extremely, like, it was perfect because Daisy is that song. It's really emotional and sad and evokes your feelings. However, it's perfect to just blast and sing along to, and especially if you know the lyrics, I think it's just like you can almost scream along to the song, and it's like a breakup song, but also really upbeat, if that makes sense. I think it would make more sense if you listen to it. There's just a lot of layers to the song, and the fact that Hui wrote the song, or the members wrote the song, it's really, really emotional. And, you know, I tried to stop myself with the Pentagon songs here, but you guys know all of my favorite songs are nowadays just Pentagon, so that's honestly all I listen to nowadays. Yeah, I really need more musical diversity, but yeah, the meaning of the song, if you search up the lyrics, is also very sad. So I think that is exactly what you're looking for. If you don't like Daisy, I don't know, listen to it again until you do. Okay, the next submission was Riri. So Riri said, I'm going on a flight in a couple of months that's going to be 8 hours long. I'm jealous. I want to be on a flight. Anyway, I'd like some songs that are softer but also kind of nostalgic sounding, like a fairy-ish kind of way, like fairy. Flying fairies. Okay, so the song I recommended here was really, really perfect for this submission because I saw fairy like, and I was immediately The Little Name by Adora. Adora, you guys might know, she's a producer in Hybe. Like, she produced, I think, BTS songs, and she's also an artist herself, a solo artist. And her songs are very fairy-like, and this one specifically has more of a nostalgic sound to it, and it's the reason why it's actually downloaded in my playlist, and it's definitely more on the soft side as compared to her title tracks, which are a little bit more fun, a little bit more energetic, but this one is a tone down from that, but her concept is just very fairy-like, and if you listen to it, you can almost like imagine the sparkles, you can imagine all the fairy wings, and she just has a really unique vocal tone, which I think is crucial to these type of songs that you are looking for. Honestly, just listen to her entire discography. I don't think you'd be disappointed by that, especially if you're on an 8-hour long flight, but I don't know, maybe you'll just sleep through it. That's typically what I end up doing. No, actually, I end up sleeping like the last 2 hours of the flight, and then when I wake up, I'm like rudely interrupted, and then I'm in a really bad mood. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. Anyway, I haven't been in a flight in such a long time, so that is that. The next submission, number 5, is Hope. Hope said, I desperately need a song to cope with this horrible anxiety I'm struggling with. I can't sleep without a clear mind, and I always have a lot on my mind, but when I open my mind's bucket, there's nothing. Please send help, Irene. I get what you mean. I had insomnia for the longest time. It's definitely getting better now that I'm like exercising, and especially if I've had a really busy day, I think it's definitely going away. But no, I totally get what you mean. And like when you just have so much you're thinking about, yet you can't resolve it. I know that feeling. So another person similar to this submission said, or Ellie said, I'm having a lot of thoughts since our periodic exam is coming, and I'm a little bit stressed and depressed. P.S. I also have insomnia. So like kind of similar situations. And another similar situation was RJ. And RJ said, songs to cope with my mental health. Also, thanks, Irene, for your videos. You're welcome. So, combining all of those 3 submissions together, I decided to give you guys True Colors by Dawn. And if you guys are keeping up to date with my Instagram, I did like a song recommendation thing for a while. I actually forgot about it because I was so busy with all the Boys Planet videos that I completely just lost track of that. Anyway, it's still up on my Instagram if you just want to scroll through that. The very first song that I recommended was True Colors by Dawn, and Dawn is spelled like D-V-W-N, so not actual Dawn. Anyway, this song I actually listened to for a while when I couldn't fall asleep. I listened to it every single day, like every single night right before I slept, and although it's not entirely like a oh, going to sleep kind of song or like a lo-fi kind of song, but the beats are really perfect for sleepy. And I don't know where I heard this, but apparently if you have a solid beat that you can fall asleep faster because that melody is repeating and makes you feel a lot more relaxed. So I thought I would suggest this song. It's just a really pretty song. All of his songs have a very distinct vibe that I can't really describe. So you really have to listen to it yourself. And just those R&B artists that are really talented, but they're really almost underground and not so known. That is exactly Dawn. And I actually was recommended one of his songs through Shinwon's radio, and I'm so glad I took one of his song suggestions because typically he listens to like rock and it really doesn't match with my personal music taste, but this song specifically was really, really corresponding with what I would listen to, although it's not like a common theme in my playlist. But no, it's very, very solid when you need to almost relax and have something to listen to right before you fall asleep. So if you are one of those people that listen to music before they sleep, perfect. If you aren't, still give it a try. I honestly never thought of listening to music before I slept. I thought the only correct way to sleep was just, go to sleep, close your eyes, and pretend like you are already asleep. However, I think this method also helped. I'm gonna have a sip of water and then continue on. Today I forgot my water bottle in my car, so I was just thirsty the entire time, so I'm just trying to drink up all of my day's worth of water now. Okay, so the next submission was Hope. So Hope said she needs a song suggestion for when she's biking to school, cleaning her room, and just generally energetic vibe songs. And then Adrian Allen said I need a song to pump me up before school. I get that because I love energetic songs. I just said that, right? So my suggestion here would be Shake It by Sistar. And this one is a classic summer anthem. And you might be thinking, Irene, it's like the middle of spring, close to winter in some areas. But I think summer songs never die down, and it doesn't have to be summer for you to enjoy them. And this song just really pumps you up and so energetic, almost gives you motivation. Although the lyrics are really lighthearted and doesn't really mean much, I think it's just a really fun song. And sometimes the lyrics don't need to be deep. Like, have you listened to Red Flavor by Red Velvet? It's not that deep, but it's a really good song, and honestly, that would be a good suggestion for this specific issue, I don't know, suggestion as well. But no, it's really good, and honestly, any summer sister songs I think can get you really pumped up in the morning and get you ready for the day. Like, another suggestion would be Touch My Body. I think those two songs are very summer anthem like, and then other songs I used to also listen to quite often, but I kind of got sick of them, like I Swear. It's such a good song, but it gets old, so up to you to listen to it. I think for the first 10 listens it's good, and then after, okay, whatever. The next one is Jasmine. She said she wanted upbeat gym music, and then Kiyomi said she wanted opera. That was the only thing she said, just opera. Not even I want opera, just opera. So I thought, why don't I combine these two? And you might be thinking, Irene, are you crazy? Upbeat gym music and opera, they don't really vibe together. No, but I have the one for you. So it's this song called The Game by Pentagon. And the opening to this song is actually opera. One of the members, Jinho, he sings in an opera style, and it automatically goes into more of a pop kind of vibe, but it's very fast paced, so it would be great for Jasmine who wants upbeat gym music. So it combines those two elements, and it's almost like one of those songs where it makes you feel like a villain in a movie. Like, I don't know, Kill Bill by SZA, or what is it? The latest song from PB. I know it in Korean, like 나쁜, that song. Well, I feel like it's similar to that because it really gets you running, and one of the lyrics is run, run, run like the devil. So I thought it was perfect, and I don't know, whenever there's run in the lyrics, it makes me want to run more. And another song on that topic is 1+1 by Pentagon. This is one of my favorite Pentagon songs, so even apart from all these suggestions, I would definitely recommend this song. And the lyrics also has run, 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 run. So it almost seems like a cool down mode kind of song because it is a little bit slower than The Game and a little bit less intense, and I don't know, just intense is a perfect passionate almost. One Plus One is definitely more of a lighthearted songs, and I go to the gym often, and I definitely listen to these songs on a shuffle. Well, not just these two songs specifically. I just put my entire playlist on a shuffle. I really do want a good gym, like a running playlist. If you guys have any suggestions, I would love to hear them because I run at 7 miles per hour, so let me know. Okay, so the next one is Ashu says, I've been judged my whole life, both physically and mentally. I want something like, yes, I've been judged, so what? I'll never let my courage down. Now, I hate to recommend the same artist in a row. I don't exactly know why I ordered it that way, but the next song that I wanted to recommend to this person, to Ashu, would be Do or Not. In the lyrics, there's literally a line where it's like, so what? I don't care. And it really gives like although the lyrics themselves aren't entirely about the same issue as you, sometimes I think you can apply the lyrics into your own situation. And it's almost like a judge me, I don't really care. Like, you can connect it to like that. And because it's extremely catchy and upbeat, I think it's perfect for this situation where you need to gain more motivation and just bring more happy elements into your life. I think it doesn't make sense when you're sad and you want to listen to sad songs. Sometimes I get that. However, I feel like when you're in a sad mood, you also need some positive things to uplift you. And it just really makes my day personally listening to this song, watching the performances. Pentagon really seems like they enjoy this performance of Do or Not. So definitely makes me happy on their behalf as well. So I recommend Do or Not. Yeah, specifically for that one line, possibly, but it's just like a really fun song as well. Okay, so the next submission is Cleric. So Cleric says, my significant other recently dumped me and told me he never loved me in the first place, and now it's been a month, and I'm noticing I still have feelings for him. He destroyed my heart and hurt me, and he goes through day to day acting like as though he did nothing wrong. Ooh, what a sticky situation to be in. Man, I thought of this because, like, I have never personally experienced a breakup before, so, you know, I can't provide the best song choice for you, but a breakup song that I did think of is Anymore by Homie. Like, if we still have feelings and it seems like the other person have moved on, this is the perfect situation. It, like, exactly corresponds with one another. It's, like, definitely the song that you can relate to, and low-key is just very stress relieving because it feels like almost like a rock style song. It's definitely got some rock elements in there with the guitar going, and just like jam out to the song. I think you can, because I think it's mainly in English, the lyrics, I think you can sing along to it and really have fun with it, because sometimes, like I said, you don't need that negativity in your life. You need to add positivity in elements that you can control, and this is definitely one of them, by listening to music that you feel uplifted by. Okay, so this one is also one of those where I combined a bunch into one. So the very first submission was Sana. She said, I want to, or Sana, I don't know. There's someone in my class that's named Sana, like twice Sana, but it's pronounced Sana. She's not Japanese or Asian. Anyway, she says, I want to listen to a sad song. Hope says, I'm feeling so empty. Can you recommend songs that will comfort me? And then, Canny, I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Canny says, I'm doing my matric for a 12 this year, so I'm being burned from doing almost everything that makes me be me, and also everyone around me is pressuring me to do things that are way out of my league. So in this case, I just need a song that will comfort me and say it's okay not to be okay. Oh my goodness, I found the perfect song for you guys, and it's also an artist that I introduced earlier, so Dawn. He has a lot of comforting songs, and this one specifically is an OST, but it's a really good OST. You know how like sometimes there will be really good OSTs, which makes you wonder, man, this should have been saved for an album or something, not wasted on an OST. This is kind of one of those. So the song is No Problem by Dawn, and it's just really sad to listen to, but at the end of the day, it's comforting you. It's saying, 괜찮아 over and over again, which means it's okay in Korean. And I think that's just really comforting to hear, and it almost warms your heart, this song. I think you'll automatically get that vibe if you listen to it. And it's just a really, really comforting yet sad song. So it's got both of those elements. And I know I said sometimes you don't need to listen to sad songs, but if you sometimes just need to listen to a sad song, I think this one has got you covered. It just really depends on your mood, right? And also depends on the person. Some people really do prefer ballad type songs. Some people, like me, prefer more so upbeat songs. So it's totally up to you to choose whichever you would like. Okay, so the next submission is Ayushi. She says, when you love someone despite the fact that you know that they're, or he, oh my god, I always mess up on my words. I'll go again. Ayushi says, when you love someone, despite the fact that you know that he will never be yours. Okay, so that bittersweet feeling. And for this, I recommend I'm Your Girl by Kan. I had an obsession with the song, like genuinely obsessed with the song, and I just replayed it over and over again. And this song perfectly encaptures that bittersweet feeling of knowing someone. It's like the lyrics just go like, I'm your girl, why don't you know, is kind of the vibe it gets, and I think it's perfect for this person's submission. And like, you don't understand that I'm your girl is kind of what it goes. And the song itself, it's very in between. You can't tell if it's a slower song or if it's more upbeat. And I think that mixed signal is almost corresponding with the message of the song as well, which makes it even more perfect. And then another song that I wanted to recommend is Why Don't You Know by Chungha. And this one I think is really, really underrated. Sometimes Chungha is just only known for Gotta Go or Roller Coaster, but she also has one of those more so upbeat songs as well. This one was more of a summer song, and the melody is extremely upbeat. However, the lyrics are just as I'm Your Girl, where it says, why don't you know that I like you? Like, I keep giving you signals, yet you still can't understand. And it's a really fun summer song, which is why I actually added to my playlist. But the lyrics are really almost sentimental and really aligns with your situation, so I think it would be perfect. And I got you covered with 2 different types of songs, just in case you don't like the other. But honestly, both of them are really, really good songs. And Why Don't You Know by Chungha, it's a really high song. It's in the higher range for sure. So it is sometimes difficult to sing along to, but I'm Your Girl by Kan is really, really good to sing along to. Okay, so this one was OMG. Everyone was talking about this. Okay, so I'll go on a speed run. Hyan says, soft songs to study, work, or draw. Songs like Only by Ehai, Love Maybe by Business Proposal. Gary says, I need some chill songs for when I'm studying. I want to find more chill Korean Chinese songs that aren't too distracting since I'm going to be focusing only on schoolwork. Anna says, a song to help me study. Evelina says, I'm studying for my finals. Can you recommend some songs for me? Bella says, what are some good songs to put on while studying? Thanks. You're welcome. Alex says, exams are coming up for me and I need some songs to listen to that aren't too distracting. And Navia says, an important exam is coming up and I need a playlist to keep me going in this moment. And lastly, but not least, Tanya says, songs that can keep my mind at ease so I won't overthink while I listen to it. Whew. There were a lot of people that asked for songs to put on while studying as the underline of all of these. Okay, so the very first song recommendation that I have, and this one is an extremely underrated song, and that is My Universe by Chua and Wei. And honestly, you'll notice that a lot of these songs are underrated, and I tried to go for more of the underrated songs because I think it would be more of help to you guys if you didn't know these songs prior and almost discovered them. And these 2 members are twins and they're from the group Crayon Pop, and the song was made way after not way after, but like way after they were active. And it's very background music like, and it's a very soft melody that isn't too catchy, but it still has a good melody. It's somewhere in the middle, so I really appreciate that. Even if it's a really good ballad song that's slow and very low key, even if it has like a really addicting beat, I can't listen to it while I study because I'll focus more on the beat. However, this song isn't that, and it just has a very soft melody that isn't too catchy and also very easy on the ears so that you can just play it on the background while you focus on your studying. And then another song is 24/7 by EXO. This song is so good. It has a softer beat and it's very elegant, very like just listen to it and you'll just imagine diamonds and like rhinestones everywhere. That's the vibe this song gives. Although it is on the catchier side, I think it would also be good for background music because it's on the slower side and also very low key. So choose between those two. I would recommend My Universe by Chua and Wei because that one is a little bit easier on the ears, I guess, and more so background lo-fi music like. Okay, the very next one is Thea. She says, I need some songs to study to that will not make me sleepy and not wide awake. Just like right in the middle. Thanks. You are welcome. Okay, so this person had a different situation where she can't fall asleep because she needs to focus on her studying. So instead of those more so slower beats, I recommended Summer or Summer by Hyorin and Tasom. This song was on, I think it was top 6 on my on repeat last year. It was just really, really high. And by the way, the top 5 songs were all from the same album, all Red Velvet. So hopefully that makes sense to why it was so low as compared to not why not number 1 is what you might be thinking. But anyway, the song is really, really good and it perfectly situates itself in the middle of not sleepy, but it's not too upbeat as well. It has a really nice melody that you can just kind of concentrate on, but it won't take your focus away, and definitely summer-like. So if you are, I don't know, studying in summer, I think it would be really, really great. It gives very tropical vibes, and I love listening to it because I love summer concepts, and this perfectly delivers that. Water break. You guys should also take a water break. Okay. The next one is Tanisha. So Tanisha says, I need some songs to hype me up. Hype me up as I walk into school like I'm the main character. You should try Hype Boy by New Jeans. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. It just said hype me up, so I thought Hype Boy. No, the song that I recommended is Pose by Red Velvet, and this song is like very runway-like. Even in the lyrics it goes, it's a runway everywhere I walk, and I think it perfectly encaptures that main character energy. And there's a lyric in there that also goes, nobody can stop us now, and it's just like very model-like, and I think it would be perfect for walking, like catwalking almost, and it's a really fun song as well. So I think it would also hype you up in the morning as you walk to school. I don't know, it's just perfect. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, now this one is also one of those where it's just a lot of people had the same scenario. So Lalia says, a song that can lift up my spirits up when I feel down. Christine Rose says, I feel the spirit right now and I need songs that can give me hope. Kay says, lately I've been feeling generally numbness and I'm looking for songs to relate to or to motivate me to keep on pushing onwards. Issy says, I'm going back to school and I need a song that can lift up my mood and make me happy. Heart emoji says, hi, I do competitive judo and I always love listening to music right before a match to make myself more motivated. Are there any songs that you could recommend for that? Thank you in advance. You're welcome. And then very lastly, Ruchita says, one song that tells me to move ahead in life and never give up on your goals. So the song for this I recommend is Hello by Weekly or Hello by Joy. Both of those songs. I don't know. I think it really gives that motivating vibe, and both songs are called Hello. Kind of a coincidence if you think about other Hello songs. Hello by Adele doesn't really perfectly deliver that motivating vibe. I know Hello by Joy is more so on the well-known side, so I'll go with Hello by Weekly. But both of them really have positive outlooks in that music, and it's very upbeat, and I think it would really be perfect for lifting up your spirits. And Hello by Weekly just kind of tells, I'm really excited for the day that's coming, and everyone is saying hi to each other. It's like a really cute song that perfectly delivers morning energy. Like, it would be really, really great to listen to before you go to school, work, whatever it might be. And I think it just really is motivating. Like, honestly, I listened to Hello by Weekly so much that I almost overplayed it and maybe even got sick of it. But that's that. And I got sick of it because it was just that good, is what I want to say. Okay, and another one we've got where it's like a bunch of ones in one. We've got 3 submissions. Okay, so Luna says, I'm looking for good songs that I could vocally cover on my YouTube channel. I don't know if this counts as a situation of my life, but I have some song ideas, but I don't know if they're worth it. So I would love to see your recommendations. This one was a really unique recommendation, so I'll definitely take that into consideration for choosing this song. But I thought it would also match with the other suggestions or the other submissions, which I kind of combined together. So Raj says, I feel down at times, but I seem to get more down when I listen to happy songs. It's weird, I know. Kind of. So I wanted songs that have a small taste of joy and sadness mixed into it. And lastly, Aisha says, I shifted into a new place and my friends at my previous place have lost contact with me, so I need some songs I can listen to when I miss them. So I thought of songs that are both happy and sad, almost gives nostalgic vibes, and also something that you can cover on your YouTube channel. All of that mixed into one. And that song right there is Violet by Pentagon. And if for the person that's planning on vocally covering this, it's quite the challenge. There's a lot of head voice, so if you can control that, and if you have a lot of power in your head voice, go for it. If not, it might be a little bit difficult. But anyway, the person that says that they want a little bit of joy and sadness mixed to it, this is perfect for that, because it's almost like a breakup song of saying, what's the point of everything, because you were that violet in my life and now you're gone. And it's just like a really good song. When I first listened to it, I thought it was like a really popular song already, so I actually Googled it to see if it was almost like a remake, but it wasn't. It was like their original Pentagon song written by one of the members, Kino. Extremely talented. Oh my goodness. It's just like really, really good song, and I think if you're looking for that nostalgic, sad kind of vibe, then this song would be perfect for you. Definitely. It's just such a good song. I don't know how else to describe it. There's a lot of universes that have Violet as their favorite song, so it definitely makes sense. So I'm just applying hand cream because there's this one dry spot that always bothers me, and I always forget to apply hand cream. Okay. And the second last song suggestion that I have. Okay, so Kai says, I have a playlist for songs for when I feel maniac to get all the intense, wacky feelings out of my system, but I'm having trouble finding more songs for it. I need something that feels like you drank 4 Red Bulls and are on a sugar rush, 6-day sugar rush, and like you're kind of losing your mind. Oh. And then they added, it also needs to be 3 a.m. Vocaloid hyperpop rave in your bedroom. Woo. Okay, so honestly, I don't listen to like extremely intense and powerful and upbeat songs like that person does. Like, I can definitely see what your music taste would be like extremely rock heavy and intense. But the best one I could find is Love Bomb by From S9, and might be thinking, well, that one's a little bit on the slower side and a little bit sad as well. But I don't know. I honestly, it just feels like a ticking bomb sometimes, and when I'm like in a really anxious mood, I actually avoid this song because it's just like too much sometimes. And also, I listened to it way too much. I over-listened to it, and now I may be sick of it. And it's just like a really good song to get all of your feelings out onto, and I don't know if it would be exactly your style, but I just threw it out there just in case you might like it. Okay, and then the very last song suggestion. It's kind of funny how I thought I would make 2 parts for this, but it's actually only been like 30 minutes. I think my conception of long videos has been really construed, because like thinking that 30 minutes is short, like who does that? Anyway, Mule says, songs to introduce K-pop to people who have never listened to it in a good way. And I actually saved the best for the last because it's a Red Velvet song. So I would recommend Psycho by Red Velvet. Personally, I think a lot of non-K-pop fans in the Korean netizen world, they would call it muggles, so non-K-pop fans, really, really like this song when they first listened to it. And they honestly, like, enjoy it, even if it is a K-pop song, and even if they've never really listened to K-pop before, I think it's still a popular song. Even from personal experience, I've had friends that didn't really like K-pop, but they listened to this and they were like, huh, this is kind of a good song. And honestly, I think there is a couple of Red Velvet songs that you could definitely introduce K-pop to, but specifically music video, I think Psycho is the best because the other Red Velvet music videos might be a little bit weird when it comes to showing your friends, your non-K-pop friends. Like imagine showing Peekaboo the music video to them. The song might be good, but the music video is definitely not going to attract them too much. But anyway, that is that. Oh my goodness. This was, I don't know. I feel like I really simply explained this and hopefully I got in depth into all of them, but it was definitely a good experience trying to recommend my personal favorite songs and apply to your life as well. I don't know. I kind of wanted to act as a radio DJ host in this, and I hope you got at least one or two song recommendations from this. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you guys would like me to do this again. I don't know. I feel like it might be difficult for me, that is. Anyway, bye bye. Thanks for watching.